Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and just do a really quick overview of the O-Knife multifunction, the Otacle P1, which is by the company Olight. Olight, they make a lot of great like EDC lights. I actually like them as like, and so when they're making something like this is kind of interesting. So, a little bit of backstory. This tool here is the Leatherman Squirt PS4. This is completely discontinued. You can no longer get this anymore. But why do people like this? Because it's really lightweight. It's very portable. And when you look here, it's got pliers. It's got, let's go ahead and take apart the tools here. It's got a flathead for screwdrivers. It's got a Phillips here. And then when you turn it to this side, you've got a file. And also, finally, you also get a knife, small knife. And then finally, here you get scissors. Let me just pull it out here. Yep. Now, this is important. Take a look at how I took out the scissors, right? Goes like this. Let me just go and show you really quickly. Goes to here. Step one. Okay, so nothing here. Step one. And then you've got your scissors. Use your scissors as needed. And then step two, close that back. You're done. This is a Leatherman Squirt PS4. So everyone's trying to get a replacement for this because these are discontinued. So this is the new tool that people are talking about right now on YouTube, and they're wondering whether this is as viable. Well, first off, here's how they compare in terms of size. It's a little bit larger. In terms of weight, let's just see. So the Leatherman Squirt is 1.9, and this is 2.9. So about 1 ounce more. It's not a big deal, but basically they're not entirely the same. So they do have the same tools actually. So you can tell they were actually gunning after them. So if you look here, this is the Leatherman Squirt. That's the pliers. And when you go here, here's the pliers. And it's pretty much not exactly identical. This is quite a bit larger, but you know, there's pliers. Now, when I actually look at the build quality of this, I actually think this is a little bit worse, but I mean, I'm not into metal, I don't really know, but at least when I look at it from the surface, I feel like this Leatherman, it's like, I know they make good shit. And this company, I don't know. Now, let's go over the rest of the tools here. And I'm going to tell you what my quick thoughts are. So, they've got, obviously, they've got a knife here. And it's a little bit larger than the knife that you get on the Squirt. So, there's that. Although I feel like that's just a little bit where it's just like, it's kind of like, it's not as useful. Like the knives, I feel like you got to get a little bit like, okay. Then you've got a Phillips here. And then you've got a flathead here. Okay. And then you've got, let me just pull up the tools here. Then you've also got a can opener here and also a bottle opener. And then here on the other side, you've got, so the tools here are super weird. So let me just try to pull it out here. But basically, this is the scissors. Okay, look at how many, like, okay, there's scissors and then there's other things going on here. But basically, for the scissors, I got to go like step one, and then I got to go step two, step three, step four. You know, it's kind of, and then you got your scissors, and then you got to like, what you have to do is you have to, if you want to put the scissors back, you obviously go like that. Then you go like this, and you got to like, it's a little finicky, and then you kind of put that back. I don't like that. And that to me is a deal breaker because that right there tells me it's not as good. Because for me, I actually like scissors when they're easy to deploy. Kind of like on my Victorinox Rambler, you know, I have scissors here. Watch, step one, I use the scissors, and then when I'm done, step two, I'm done, right? Or when on the Squirts, the nice thing about these were you would basically go step one, right? And then you're done with your scissors, and then step two, and you're done. This is, you got to, okay, first of all, it's a little fiddly, right? So you got to pull that out. You know, it's like a little fiddly, like you kind of take that out. And then you got to go like this, and I don't like that. So to me, that's actually kind of a knock. So, like, let me just put it this way. I bought this kind of like wondering, maybe this is a viable alternative to the Leatherman Squirt and something I can recommend. But look at this, just like maybe I'm just stupid, but I just can't fucking put that in clean. Like I'm just like, you know what I mean? And so, and my kind of philosophy on life and everything is like, if it takes me 7 steps or 6 steps or 5 steps and one takes 1 step, that's a better tool because that's faster. This is slower. So I'm slower with this tool and I'm faster with that tool. That makes this a better tool. So is this a viable alternative? I think the scissors, if you're a scissors person, this is, I don't think it's viable. But then again, this is dirt cheap. I think you can get this like really, really cheap. So definitely one for consideration. And as you can see, you know, they've got very similar tool sets, but I think the scissors on these really suck. So it's kind of like, and so I always feel like if that tool makes you slower, then it's not as good of a tool. So this tool makes you faster. It's a faster tool. So that's all I got to say about that. All right, you guys have a great one. That's all I got to say.